Hello guys, it's me, Red the Avid Dinosaur, and today in the Crew 2 with the new update, the MAD 2.0 update, that is quite significant and important, that we're gonna talk soon about this, so remember that. So what is all about this new update? Well, it's like the first MAD update that I covered in a video back then. It's just some free roam events that you have to complete, and if you complete them all, you get rewarded with a car. That's pretty much what it has to be. Some of these events are quite challenging. They are not as easy as the normal ones you find on the map. Some of them require some bit of rinse and repeat, so you can actually complete them. So it can be a bit stressful if you don't have the patience. So I don't mind you if you don't want to complete them, but there is a good reward if you complete them all. We're gonna talk about that soon. Let's first talk about also the cars. Two cars were actually added, so you can buy them on the store. The Maserati Levante Trofeo and the Maserati Ghibli SS. That is not the new one, it's not that boring sedan, it's the actual classic one that we got, so it's quite cool. So let's talk about the Levante Trofeo. The Levante Trofeo, well, is your typical SUV, nothing too excited to or too awful. It's just, again, it's just an SUV, a performance one, and it's not a big of a deal. Again, not something really cool, but at the same time, nothing too bad. Let's move on with the Maserati Ghibli SS. And wow, I'm actually impressed that this old car was added at the first place. I didn't knew there was an old Ghibli, and I'm quite amazed of the handling of this thing, especially since it's quite of a classic, and it's quite cool. And I really like this Ghibli. It just drives like a charm and sounds really good. I really like the sound of this Ghibli that we got. So also pretty obscure edition. I never heard about other game getting the Maserati Ghibli, the old version. So again, I'm impressed. So very nice additions we got. There is also a bonus card that you get when you complete the bonus, basically all the MAD activities for 2.0, and also the first iteration of the update that was released months ago. You get rewarded the Mazda RX-7 Group B rally car. This car is actually pretty cool. It's probably one of the best rallycross cars that were added in the game, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay like that, because for reasons that we're gonna talk later. Really good in terms of handling, acceleration, and top speed. A really responsive car that fits very well with the trend of adding the Group B cars, that like the Peugeot 205 and the Renault Maxi Turbo. With this, we got another Group B car, and again, really cool addition. So not bad in terms of cars added. Not a few, just a few. I think there are just 3. There is gonna be a few additions soon in the future. I think there is also gonna be added in the future the Jaguar XJ220 and the Project 8 that we got in Forza basically a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna make videos about those when they got released, so just keep in mind about that. And what is all about this update and why I'm calling it that is very important, because until this update there is not gonna be more updates of this size for the Crew 2. This is the last big update for this game. All the efforts now, they're gonna be focused on Motorfest, which I think is really good. In my case, we got already a lot of good updates, and the live service of this game has been really good. And until to this year, I was feeling that Motorfest was getting a bit behind to the Crew 2, and even when it was a new game, it wasn't getting the updates that were needed to be actually interesting. But now, since now the focus is gonna be in the Crew Motorfest, that is gonna be now way more interesting, and there is gonna be a nice little future for Motorfest right away. And I hope that the people that got Motorfest quite enjoy it, and maybe I will join it soon. For people that still play the Crew 2 and are thinking to get Motorfest, I think that is also great news. This means we can actually port the cars from the Crew 2 to Motorfest without having to use this feature again and again and again. We can just transfer all the cars to the new game, since we know already there is not going to be more additions to this game anymore. So it's pretty much the best time to just go to the new game and get your collection transferred. One more we can say, well, there is going to be the repetitive summits that we got a few months ago with older summit cars that we didn't get. It's a perfect time also for these players to just collect the cars and transfer them to Motorfest. So I'm actually really excited to see what these old cars that I didn't have the chance to get, and now is the perfect time to get them, since again the game has been lowered its player base a bit because, well, more people are playing the new game than the Crew 2. So again, it's a really good time to just get those cars that I personally didn't get the opportunity to get. So it's really nice. Again, I'm not actually sad or furious or anything about the live service being ended for the Crew 2. It's the total opposite. I think is the best time to just retire this game of the live service and let the new game shine. It's a game that, again, it did its job and did it very well and didn't overstate its welcome, not like GTA Online that is just almost 10 years old and it's just kind of overstaying its welcome a lot. So pretty nice for me that it did its job. The Crew 2 actually changed its ways to be quite of a mid game to now something that is actually a really good game if you get it right away. It's really complete. It has almost 600 vehicles and it's pretty good in terms of monetization. It's not aggressive. You can get the cars just by basically grinding the blue coin or whatever the premium currency is on that game. Is not necessary to get them. It's more of an option if you want to, but it's not forced to you. That back then was actually forced in terms of a motor pass that later soon turned into an option to just get it with the normal grinding that you do in the game. But overall, pretty cool. I'm actually happy that the Crew 2 proved that it's a really good game, and I enjoyed it a lot. I have a really good memories because basically my review series that I do with Forza Horizon started with the Crew 2. So I have really good memories with this game, and I'm pretty grateful to just get into this game, and I'm never gonna forget all the good memories that this game give to me. And even when I don't cover too much, I still try my best to just keep you updated about this game time to time, and I'm gonna still covering until the last car is being added, that I think is gonna be on June if I'm not wrong. That is going to be like the last card that is going to be added on the Crew 2. That is already in the files, but is not going to be available until that date. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Leave me your opinion in the comment section right below. What do you think of the Crew 2? If you played it, if you not, what do you think of this game? And what do you think of the live service being ended to this game? The game is still going to be available for a future, or like a long future, but there is not going to be more updates to this game. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much and see you on the next one. Goodbye.